Hi, this is Helena Hart, and in this video, I'm going to be answering a question I received from a woman in our community who wants to know what to say to a man to find out whether or not he's looking to be in a long-term committed relationship. This is such a great question. It's actually something I get asked about all the time from women, whether they're single and dating and meeting a lot of new men all the time, or if they have their eye on one particular man and they're wanting to find out what he's looking for in terms of whether or not he wants to be in a relationship right now. So hopefully this will be helpful for you if this is something you've been wondering yourself. But before I get started, if you're new to my channel, click the button to subscribe to get all of my videos on how to attract the man and the relationship you want. So I want to start out by saying that it's important to check to see where you're coming from before just coming out and saying something like this to a man. You really want to be coming from a place of genuine curiosity and true confidence to where, you're getting to know him and just wanting to find out more about who he is. You're not so attached to the outcome or the result of this conversation or whatever he's about to say, right? So if he doesn't give you the answer you were hoping for, if you're going to be completely devastated and you're super attached to the outcome like that, it might not be a good time to come out and say that, because if you have a strong agenda or attachment to the result, a man can feel that, and he'll be able to feel that you want something from him that he may not be ready or able to give you right now. So I did want to mention that. Always important to see whether or not you have an agenda. But if you're coming from a place of just genuine curiosity and you're getting to know a man and the conversation's flowing and everything's feeling really good, that's fantastic. You can really say this at any point when you're coming from a place of true confidence where you're not attached to the outcome or the result of this conversation, right? True confidence means you know your value and that you have options. And if this man doesn't want the same things as you, or if you're not on the same page, you're going to be fine, right? Because there are so many men out there who would love to be in a relationship with you if that's what you're truly looking for. So that being said, something you can say to a man. Now, of course, every situation's different. You're going to have to custom tailor this based on the conversation you're having and the kind of man he is and all kinds of things like that. But I wanted to give you kind of a general template of something you can say. And that is asking him something like, if you could create anything you wanted, or if you could create your ideal situation in your love life, what would that be? Or what would it look like, right? And his answer to that question will give you a lot of information about where he's at and what he's looking for in terms of dating and relationships. I've really found that most men who are wanting a committed partner, who are looking to be in a serious relationship, will just welcome that question, and they'll be really straightforward and upfront. They'll say something like, I've been single for a little while and I would love to, meet that one special person and settle down and get married one day or have kids with, or whatever it is he's looking for, right? Or if that isn't something he's looking for, men are still pretty straightforward. They might say, I just got out of a relationship, so I'm not really looking to jump into anything serious right now. I'm just looking to have fun and go on dates and get to know people. Usually men are pretty straightforward one way or the other. An exception to this is, a man who doesn't want a relationship, but kind of doesn't want to be honest about that because he senses that's what you want, and he wants to keep you around or keep you on the back burner in case you'd be open to something casual, or in case he changes his mind down the road or something like that. He might give you a really vague answer. I'm not really, looking for something serious, but I'm open to possibilities. Or I'm trying to think of some vague answers I've heard from men in my past. Something like that. I'm not really sure if we're meant for monogamy as humans, but I'm open to meeting the right person one day, or something really vague where you can't really get a clear sense of what he just said. It's a clue that he's not really looking for anything serious, or that he doesn't, believe in monogamy. A lot of men out there who have that point of view are very vocal about it, and they'll be pretty straightforward, or they'll give you kind of a vague response because they want to kind of keep you around. But most men I found will welcome that question. If they're looking to be in a relationship and they get the sense that that's what you want, especially if you've met like on an online dating site or something like that. Most men will tell you straightforward, they'll say something like, I would love to meet the right person for me and settle down one day. And they might even give you some kind of timeline, like, this is something I want before this age, or this is something I'm looking to do within the next few years. And you just want to really listen to their answer. So let me just recap that question for you. If you can say something to a man like, if you could create anything in your love life, or if you could create your ideal situation in dating and relationships, what would that look like? Or what would that be? And just listen for the answer. What happens is when we're up in our heads, when we're in our masculine energy, a lot of times we're cut off from our intuition, where a man will tell you in a pretty straightforward way right up front what he's looking for, but we can miss those red flags, or we can miss those clues if we're caught up in the strong feelings of chemistry or attraction, or we want him to have a certain answer, so we're kind of listening for it, even if that's not really what he's saying, right? I know I've certainly been there. Maybe you can relate to that too. So in general, men are pretty upfront about what they're looking for, unless they're giving you some kind of vague answer, in which case I would say that is a little bit of a red flag. So that's what I have for today on something you can ask a man or say to him to find out if he's looking to be in a committed relationship or not, or if he's, maybe just looking for something casual, or whether or not he's ready for what you're looking for. I'd love to hear from you too. Let me know, type into the comment section, if you try this, and I'd love to hear the response you got from a man, or maybe you have another way to find out what he's looking for. But I've really found that most men they really welcome direct, straightforward communication, as long as you don't have this huge expectation tied to it. Like, you don't have a really strong agenda, or you're going to be super disappointed if you don't get the response you're hoping for from him. So that's what I have for today. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. I love hearing from you. And if you're looking to attract a high quality man into a lasting committed relationship, or really deepen the connection and intimacy between you and a man, if you're in a relationship already, check out my 3 keys to attract the man you want report and audio training. It's free on my website, helenahartcoaching.com. I'll post a link to that in the description right below this video. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you next time.